I'm starting a new file to demonstrate some 3D curves or space curves. Um, if I go to my Curve Tools tab again, and this time I'm going to kind of just leave all four viewports open so that we could see what's happening in the top views and front and right, as well as perspective. I'm going to click on this vertical helix tool. So if I right click on this, I'm going to create a vertical helix, and if I start this at the origin and I move the cursor up, you'll see that, and I click again, I can define the radius of this helix. So as I kind of move closer to the center or outward, you'll see that changing. You can also see in the options that we can select the number of turns. So if I change this to 2, for example, now we're having 2 full rotations from our start point, and we can reverse the twist. There's other options to define the diameter instead of radius. And so if I click here to complete the command, now you'll see that we have this kind of spiral shape, this helix shape, and it's a 3-dimensional curve. So again, we can kind of see the way that these control points are drawn. Can kind of zoom in and see this control polygon that is defining this helix. If I draw a line segment, a single line, and I'll move this over in the top view. Say if I just draw a line, I'm going to turn ortho off to draw this diagonally. We can also just select a curve and either turn control points on. In this case, we can already it already has control points that we can select. So I'm going to select this control point and just move this in the vertical direction. So again, you can kind of see in these other front and right views and in perspective that now we have this kind of line in 3D space. With other types of curves, like let's go back to our control point curve again, and I'm going to draw this in the top view, but I can kind of click to draw this curve here, and when I select the curve, the control points and control polygons will be visible. I can just kind of window select to select these 2 control points, and then I'm going to move back over to my perspective view, and using the gumball z-axis icon, select that and drag this vertically. So these are different ways that you could start to kind of create curve objects in 2D and then begin to turn them from 2D curves into 3D curves by starting to change the control points, which will be really useful as you start to create 3D models of surfaces and other types of more complex forms. Having an ability to kind of control curves is really useful.